Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Boxing for boxing. Nah, man. Crazy news, man. Bob Arum, man. You know, one of the best promoters of all time. Used to be best promoters of all time. You know, he promoted Ali. He promoted Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. And would you believe if I told you that he used to have signed Andy Ruiz? You know, the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, man, it's true, man. Andy Ruiz used to be signed to Bob Arum, and what happened was, as soon as Andy Ruiz took his first L fighting Joseph Parker in New Zealand, basically Bob Arum shelved Andy Ruiz, and he was extremely inactive for like over a year. And he fought like one more time, and then Bob Arum just gave up on Andy Ruiz, and he sold Andy Ruiz to Uncle Al Haymon, man. And within a year or two, Andy Ruiz beats Anthony Joshua in the biggest fight in history, because Andy Ruiz became the first Mexican heavyweight champion, and Bob Arum was on the sidelines looking at the guy he gave up in utter shock. Now, this is crazy, man. Bob Arum, I know he's really mad right now because he had Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz took one loss, and Bob Arum was like, "This guy, he has a loss now. He's a bum. I gotta get rid of this guy." Exactly what he did to Andy Ruiz, man, because he did it with Nicholas Walters when he took his first L against Vasily Lomachenko. Nicholas Walters was undefeated, and he only took one L, and ever since then, I think he hasn't fought since. He may have fought one more time, maybe, but he hasn't fought since, man. Same thing with a lot of fighters. Bob Arum has a problem with you, he'll just simply put you on a shelf and you're gonna be fighting for years. So that being said, man, Bob Arum has a habit of shelving elite level fighters that take one loss, and you know the fighter goes on to do great things. You know, Mikey Garcia never took a loss, but I remember after the whole situation with Bob Arum, basically what happened was he shelved Mikey Garcia for years over contractual disputes and who he should fight. And basically Mikey Garcia didn't want to fight who Bob Arum told him to fight, so he basically weighed the contract out, and then he got himself out the contract. And after that, you know, another Mexican fighter, that's why I brought Mikey Garcia up. You know, Mikey Garcia went into big things. He went in to beat Robert Easter Jr., which is a really huge fight, right? He beat Adrian Broner, which is a massive fight. And then his latest big fight was no other than Errol Spence Jr., which that fight did, it sold a lot, like 400,000 pay-per-views. So it made $40 million in revenue. So that was the biggest fight last year in America on pay-per-view. That wasn't a Canelo Alvarez. So that being said, Mikey Garcia went to have a great career, and you know Bob Arum was being greedy, and he missed out on all that. And that being said, man, you know Bob Arum, he's really salty about this whole fight with Andy Ruiz happening and him becoming a champion, because he could have had him, but he didn't. Now that happened, man, Bob Arum, he doesn't really know what to do. He has Tyson Fury, but I mean, now all the chips are at PBC, and now PBC has all the titles. You know, I never understood why ESPN really signed a deal with Top Rank. I don't see the value in that company at this point. While they have Tyson Fury, I think they're trying to sign other people, but there's no stable of fighters really to really push any big fights over there, you know. So yeah, Bob Arum, man, he's he's losing his mind right now. It's funny because Bob Arum is used to having, you know, legendary fighters. You know, I always felt like Bob Arum just got lucky and the fighters basically fell in their lap. But nowadays with this competition, Now, but Heyman has legendary fighters, and now Heyman should be credited with having these legendary fighters. And usually it's crazy because in boxing, if you have a legendary fighter and you have a promoter around, that promoter becomes a legend just because of the fighter. Now, in this case, it's Al Heyman. They don't really call him a promoter, but they call him an advisor. But you get the just same thing, basically, or near the same. You know, Al Heyman got him this opportunity that Bob Arum could never have got him, you know. And it was a fair fight. You know, instead of having Andy Ruiz go to New Zealand and fight Joseph Parker, he fought Anthony Joshua in America, which heavily favored Andy Ruiz just because he's fighting in a location that he's more familiar with instead of going halfway across the world to an unfamiliar territory. So that being said, man, Andy Ruiz is definitely, if I were Andy Ruiz, I probably wouldn't want to go fight Tyson Fury just because of that, you know, because of Bob Arum, because he didn't treat him well. He didn't get any publicity. And, you know, within one or two fights, Andy Ruiz got more publicity from being without Heyman that Bob Arum has never given Andy Ruiz. I actually tried to go up online and look up Andy Ruiz with Bob Arum, and you couldn't find it anywhere. But then, you know, Andy Ruiz was signed with him. You know, it was just crazy stuff, man. Complete disrespect. No promotion, no money really invested, and the first heavyweight champion that's Mexican. No respect, man. Now Andy Ruiz is in a better place right now, man. I think he's going to become a bigger star than Canelo Alvarez because this is unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though, man. Do you guys think Bob Arum was really upset that he lost Andy Ruiz and now he's the heavyweight champion of the world? I'm positive he wouldn't have traded Andy Ruiz if he knew that he was going to become a star he was going to become. So let me know how you guys feel about it, though. A like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.